Hi, this is Frank Perry again from Synergy Systems. Now we're going to go over the download procedure for both the PM3000 recorder and the PM6000W recorder. We're going to show you first of all using the PM Screen program that we used on the introduction help files. We're going to show you how to set up the unit's baud rates and addresses and so on to make sure that everything runs smooth on your first download. You will have to load the Pronto for Windows program on yours, of course, and we will assume that you have done that at this point. First thing you want to do on the PM3000 is make sure that you hook the COM cable up to the front port on the unit here, and then make sure you plug it into the RS-232 port on the back of your computer or into your USB to 232 adapter. We're using the PM Screen program on our computer here to facilitate a good view for you on your computer. And normally we'd like you to, at this point, follow along on your unit as we tap out the configuration here for the download. The first thing you're going to want to do is go to Configure, and then you get current configuration, available configurations, copy to flash. You go over here to the scroll button and you scroll down and you have set clock, preferences, and utilities. You would go to utilities, tap utilities. You want your network address to be 1 and your baud rate to be 115,200 baud or 115 kilobaud. If for any reason it is not 115 kilobaud, you would tap on that, and then you can scroll anywhere from 230 kilobaud down to 300 kilobaud, but it would take forever to download the 1 meg of memory in this unit at those rates. So we want to work at the 115 kilobaud range. When you come across this one, you would just tap on 115 kilobaud, and now you are set up at 115 kilobaud, network address is 1, and you say OK. Now the unit is configured and ready for the download. Now we'll do the PM6000 configuration, and you can see you have the side access port here on the PM6000. Take this communication cable and hook it into the either the RS-232 serial port on the back of your computer or to your USB adapter and then into your USB port. We are again using the PM Screen program to facilitate a good look for you on your computer on how to do this. The first thing you would do, this is your main screen, and again we encourage you to follow along right on your unit for this initial setup. You would go to the the configure screen, and you would go to utilities, and you see the baud rate here and the network address just like on the PM3000. The network address, we'd like to have that at 1, and the baud rate is set at 115 kilobaud. Again, if it is not set at 115 kilobaud on your unit, you would just click on this button here and you would be able to scroll up or down. For example, yours might be set at 9600 baud. You would scroll until you got up to 115 kilobaud. You would select that. Here we are, 115 kilobaud. We select that. And now your baud rate should read 115 kilobaud here and have network address of 1. You say OK, and we are ready to do our download. Now we're going to show you how to do your first download with the Pronto for Windows program. You can see we have the Pronto for Windows program already up on our computer here. You will go over and you would click on Logger and go to the address book to set up a PM6000. We will go over here to move this over here. We'll go over here to Add Logger. We click on Add Logger, and then we're going to go up in the text name here, and we're going to put in here PM6000. We will set the COM port up as COM 4 on this computer. Most computers it will be set up as COM 1. set the baud rate here at 115 kilobaud, which this one is already set up at. And the network address, if you remember, we're going to make that 1 on these. And it doesn't really matter whether the network address box is checked or not. In this case, it is checked, but we'll uncheck it just to illustrate that it can be done with it unchecked. So we've set up a PM6000 logger on COM port 4, downloading at 115 kilobaud. We say OK. Now, you'll notice in your logger address book, we have our old style Rangers, and then the one we just set up, the PM6000. We'll close this out here. We could have done the download right from there, but I want to show you now how you will download a PM6000 all the time from this point on. You go up here to Logger, Playback. You'll choose which instrument you want to play back. In this case, it would be the PM6000 at 115 kilobaud, COM 4. We would connect to the unit, and now it is doing the download and it's playing back the data. You can see the fuel gauge here going through the rate. This PM6000 is a 4 megabyte memory unit, and that's one of the reasons that we need to download it at 115 kilobaud, because it would take forever at the conventional 9600 kilobaud or 9600 baud that we used to download the older equipment on. You can see we're about at 88%, 90% of the download here. It's finishing up right now. It asks you at this point, do you want to start recording? Notice that the no is the default key, and we suggest you say no at this point. It verifies the data, and then you get this select project for playback. In this case, this would be a brand new recording, so we would go to new to create a new virtual manila folder for this particular customer, and we will call this one Test 6000. We will save it. At this point, you can put in a title for this file, this manila folder, a subject. Your name will appear here if this is done on your computer, and any comments you would like to enter to follow the data from computer to computer would be put in here. You would say OK, and then always click the auto save button. People often ask, well, why can't I click the save button? Well, if you do, it will only save one channel at a time. You'll have to keep clicking it through all the different channels you want to save. So auto save is the best thing to do. You see here, you store in project under C:\\. Prano for W is your root directory, then your subdirectory is projects, and then the test6000.pdb stands for project database. That is the name and path of the manila folder where this data will be stored. And then we go into autosave, and everything is saved in that file now. This is a template section. It's a new feature we have on Prano for Windows. If you want to go over this, there will be another help file for using Prano for Windows where we can discuss this portion with you now. We're just trying to get a download done for you here. You just cancel out of this, and then if you maximize the size of this, you can see this is our Prano for Windows Project Test 6000, which is the one that we named it. And here's all our different input channels, our various voltages, our waveform captures, our various currents, watts, VARs, power factor, kVA, frequency, and the various harmonics that were recorded. And the download is done. And we'll show you how to draw graphs and so on in the more extensive help program on using Prano for Windows. But now the download is done. You can close this file here and proceed on now. We're going to show you how to set up the PM3000 to do a download on the PM3000 unit. Now we double click on the Prano for Windows icon to turn the program on. We go over to Logger and Address Book, and we're going to set up a PM3000 just like we set up the PM6000 previously. We're going to add a logger. This logger we're going to call PM3000, excuse me, PM 3000. Set up at COM4 at 115 kilobaud. We say OK. Now we choose the PM 3000 next time we come through here. We could download right from this point here, but we're going to close this screen. Now, when you normally would hook up to your PM 3000 to do a download, you don't have to do the address book again. Click on Logger, Playback. It's over here. Go to PM 3000 as your choice, COM4, 115 kilobaud. We connect to it, and it begins the download and recheck process here. Small recording, finished quickly, and we get a message on the 3000 that says playback completed. If you want to erase the logger memory, at this point we say no, we don't, because you can erase it from the keypad when you just start and erase old recordings on the actual display of the unit. Do you want to start recording again? We're going to say no. And we get our select a project for playback data, just like we did on the PM6000. Now we don't have one on the 3000 yet, so we'll say we need a new virtual manila folder, if you will, and we're going to call it Test 3000. Hit save. Now here's where you can put your titling, your subject. If it's your computer, it'll list your name here. And any comments you would like to include with the data, you say OK, and then what do? Remember, auto save again. Here's your path right here where it's going. We click on auto save. Here's the template screen that we will go over with you on the Prano for Windows introduction and basic file. We just close that out here. We make this large, and we see here's our PM3000 data all ready to look at. We're all done. You just close this file, and you have just downloaded your first PM3000 or PM6000. Thank you.